Hello and welcome back to another video on the channel. So it's finished yesterday, Blackpool 0, Sunderland 1 in the latest pre-season friendly. Now, without wanting to sound like a negative Nancy or I was moaning, I'm a worried man sitting here this morning, based on what I said yesterday, and I'll tell you why after I've reviewed the game. So yesterday we started off with Patterson in goal. We had Trey Hume right back, centre halves of Aji Alese, Luke Nyan, left back of Dennis Serkin. In the middle we had Dan Neil, Alan Brown, Job with Jack Clark on the left, Roberts on the right, and Eliza and Mendy up front. Now, Regular Breeze reduced the size of the squad yesterday with 3 of the squad going to the under-21s, which was Lewis Emir, Dewey, Bennett and Jamie Tetty. Now it's coming after the game that Regular Breeze said that those 3 are free to find another club on loan for the remainder of the season. So it's good to see early on that he's been quite ruthless. He obviously doesn't see them having a future at the club, so that kind of might be the end of them 3 at Sunderland, seeing them in a Sunderland shirt again. No surprises really. Jamie Tetty, like I said in my previous video, to me he's a League One player at best, was never going to cut it in the Championship. So, and I think he's played more games on loan than what he has for us anyway. Dewey Bennett, another one who, he struggled. He's clearly never going to get breakthrough into the first team at the minute. So it kind of makes sense for him to go out on loan as well. Emir, I don't know. He struggled, and again another one who I think was going to struggle to make a breakthrough. When now Mendy's been looking like his preferred choice as a striker. I'm just hoping if that's him going out on loan, even though he's not redone it, he's still a body in the building. So I'm hoping that means there's going to be a transfer shortly or imminent, which I'll recap on the transfers as well at the end of the review. But yesterday, the game, we started off. We dominated the first half. We looked good on the ball. We were pressing high without really causing them too many problems. Again, it was a familiar kind of story to where we've been in the last couple of seasons. Some nice build-up play, getting to the byline. The final ball or the final shot is not there. Now, we're still trying to get used to the way Regular Breeze wants us to play. But like I say, it was a familiar pattern. Eliza Mendy could have scored in the first minute. They give the ball away. We pressed high. They give the ball away. Mendy, Daniel got the ball, knocked it through to Eliza Mendy, and he, instead of shooting for the far corner, he tried to beat the goalkeeper on his near post. Keeper makes a good save, and then that was kind of the pattern as the half went on. Job had a good chance. Jack Clark was quiet until about the 20th minute when he started coming into the game, beating a couple of players. He whipped the ball across the box, and Aji Alese should have put the ball in the back of the net, come off his shin and went past the post. But like I say, the first half we totally dominated. They created very, very little. We pinned them in their own half, and it was looking promising. Second half was a totally different story. Second half we went off the ball. We made one change at half time. Aji Alese went off with an injury. Hopefully it's not too serious. The kid's had injury problem after injury problem. Felt the pain in his quad. Didn't want to take any risks, and they took him off at half time with Zach Johnson coming on to replace him. And second half, we got sloppy. They could have scored 2 or 3 goals early. Defensively, we were all over the place. Kept giving the ball away in midfield, and then they started building confidence. And like I say, second half was a totally different story to where we were first half, and that's the worrying signs that I'm seeing. As we've gone through pre-season, the second half against Eldense, and that was a totally different set of players, but was a similar type of format where first half we were decent, second half we came out and were sloppy, switched off, and could have been 3 or 4 down. But as the second half progressed, we kind of got more and more into it. We started dominating for the last 15-20 minutes, and we got the goal. Chris Reid came on for Alan Brown midway through the second half, and that's kind of Regular Breed getting 90 minutes into the squad, which is looking like he's going to be his preferred choice. And then 5 minutes, looking like it's going to get a 0-0. We then win the ball up high again. We press and win the ball up high. Roberts gets into the box. It looks like it's just got away from me. He swings the ball across, and Mendy misses it. Jack Clark at the far post there, for a rifle it in. It's his third goal in pre-season. And it's that again is again a familiar pattern to where we were last season. Jack Clark bailing us out, but he took his goal well. He looks sharp. He's taking people on, and he's getting in there on the box on the end of things. So we win the game 1-0. Decent run out. Say only 2 changes, 2 substitutions. But like I touched on in the review there, the worrying signs for me is if that's our first choice lineup, then I think we're going to struggle. Now we've still got some transfers that hopefully going to come in. Mendy is the one's been linked, apparently another £2.5 million for a striker. But like I say, that first team doesn't look like it'll cut it in the Championship for me. Like I said, I know we're still trying to get used to Reggie Lebrie's formation and the way he wants us to play, but that formation, I don't like Dan Neil in that sitting role. I think he's much better when he's further up the pitch. To me, it takes something out of his game when he's sitting in front of the back four. I'd have Alan Brown in there, which I think is the role he's played for Preston. He was the one that was getting forward yesterday. I much prefer to see Dan Neil in that position. Job again, flattered to deceive for me yesterday, playing that in the left hand side of a 3 in midfield. And I think from what I've seen in pre-season, Chris Rigg is the better option in there for me. Mejenda, again, offered very little, couple of nice touches, but for a Championship striker that would need to score goals, he's not the answer. And Robertson, he looks sharp. He does look sharp, I'll give him that. But again, that final ball is not there from him. Hopefully, the signing of Pavera is going to give him the kick up the arse. Because if Pavera's any good, and reports are that he is a decent player, then I think Robertson's position will be under threat if we can get Pavera fit and keep him fit. I do think that Pavera could be the first choice in that right wing position. But defensively yesterday, we were absolutely shocked in second half. Dennis Certain looked miles off it yesterday. Might have been just an off game, but he looked slow. He was missing tackles, he was fouling his man, and just generally getting pulled out of position. Luke O'Nien, we're going back to our argument that he's not a centre half, but every manager seems to want to play him there, which I just didn't get. Yes, he gives his heart and soul and he 100% every game, but for me, he's not a centre half. Zach Johnson came on second half and looked okay, give the ball away a few times as well. And Trey Hume does what Trey Hume does, crunching into tackles. But with Ballard being out as well, and now possibly Alese being injured, if we're going to go into the season with a back four of Trey Hume, of Luke O'Nien, possibly Aji Alese or Leo Hjelde and Dennis Certain at left back, then I think we're going to struggle defensively. Set pieces we looked all over the place from again as well. We could have gone a couple of goals down from set pieces from a League One side as well. So didn't want to sound too negative. I know it's pre-season. We're on to Bradford on Tuesday night, where I think he's going to give some of the other players a go. Similar type of thing, getting 90 minutes into them, like Vujian, Rigg, who didn't get too much, who didn't come on at the weekend. They'll be getting game time. But let me know what your thoughts are on pre-season so far. Yes, we're unbeaten. We've had a 1-1 draw with Forest. We beat CDL Dents. We then beat Blackpool yesterday. It's positive signs. We are playing that high press, which I'm liking, and we do look fitter and we do look sharper. But the quality of the squad for me is not good enough. Now, Alexandre Mendy, there's reports yesterday from Khan that they have put a note in there on their website that Mendy has been training by himself. He wasn't going to be involved in the friendly yesterday because he's leaving for Sunderland. Now, Sunderland have kind of denied that, or they haven't kind of confirmed it and not really said much. All they said was they're interested, but a deal's not close. Now, apparently, the rumours coming out of Khan is that We're just waiting for the work permit. Apparently everything's been done, medical fees agreed, everything else is done, just waiting for the work permit, then it'll be announced. We'll have to wait and see. I didn't know. But apparently we've also lodged another £2.5 million bid for another striker who has played in the Championship last season. So I don't know who it is, I've got no idea. I've been trying to wrap my brains to think who it could be. It possibly could be that Tom Cannon from Leicester, possibly. I don't know want to speculate. But that's kind of where we are on the transfer front as well. You know, it's all gone quiet apart from Mendy in this striker. For me, I'd be desperate to sign an experienced quality centre half. See, Ballard's out. It's a worry. It's a worry that defensively we're going to struggle. You know, Ballard's our main centre half, going to miss the start of the season. And I don't know. But let me know what your thoughts are on that situation. You know, how do you think pre-season's going? Are you impressed with what you're seeing? Is it just me being a bit too critical? You know, I didn't want to slate them, but I just think we need more quality. Easy as that squad. If that's the preferred lineup for the first game of the season, then I think we'll struggle. But anyway, we're on to Bradford on Tuesday night, so watch out for the review that'll be coming after that. We've then got the final pre-season game against Marseille on Saturday, and then the season starts on the 10th, Cardiff away at 12 o'clock. Can't wait for the season to be started, but hopefully we'll get another one or two more signings in before then. On a positive note, I did manage to get myself an away strip, which I'm buzzing about. So Kenneth Allen, if you're watching this video, I managed to get you your away strip for your prize for the competition for last season. It's getting delivered between the 2nd and the 5th of August. When I get it, I'll post it out to you straight away, so you'll have it before the season starts. So that's some positive news. But anyway, like I always say, look out for the next one coming out. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.